Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. I'm Glenn. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification if you're new to the channel. Hit the subscribe button again, hit the bell notification. We're talking about Love is Blind. This time, episode number 4. If you missed the other 3 episodes and you just found episode number 4, go back and watch them. I'm breaking down every episode of Love is Blind, right? Love is Blind. Let's get started. We leave here. We start off in episode number 4. Love is Blind. We find Hannah and Leo. We find Leo doing his best job, in my opinion, to manipulate Hannah, right? To manipulate Hannah, to keep Hannah in, I don't want to say in line, but keep Hannah on his side, right? We know we left off with Hannah told Leo, look, breaking it off with him, then I'm going to choose Nick. And Leo starts to, give her the whole, you should have went on a date with me first. You went on a date with Nick. He says, you're special enough for me. He tells her, you're special enough to me to be willing to tear my effing hair out all day. I'm sitting there like, what the F do I do, right? He talks about how he feels like she didn't give him a fair shot, and if she would have gave him a fair shot, she would be with him. But I'm like, yo, bro, you telling Brittany that she's the only one. You're making connections. You're trying to have your cake and eat it too. And I think Leo never had 2 women at the same time like him, right? And I think he's getting to the point where they don't know if he'd like him for his money, and they genuinely begin to like him. And Hannah's torn between Leo. They do have a good time. Brittany has a good time with him as well. And Leo likes to string the process along. He can't go with, he got to realize it's coming down to the end. You can't be engaged to both. So he has to make a decision, right? Hannah really surprised how Leo got angry. Leo is showing her another side. He's showing her, hey, what can he do? This to me, I think this did more harm than good for Leo's situation, right? Leo, she assumed that her this would be the big end, right? Or for her and Hannah, for him and Hannah. Look, he has options. Let's be honest. Leo has options, right? Hannah chose Nick. Brittany has no options whatsoever from what we see, but Leo, right? So he manipulates her. Hannah says she's torn more than ever, right? She's torn, and he works. It works. He manipulates her to the point where she's like, you know what? Let's resume the conversation. Let's talk about this the next day. Ding, ding, ding. A win for Leo. Hannah should have broke it off right then and there, left him alone, and follow her emotions to go with Nick D, right? The following morning, Leo apologized for raising his voice at Hannah. Y'all call it what you want to call it. Isn't that what typical, I'm not called a man abuser, but isn't that what people do? They get mad, they get upset, they raise their voice, and then they get in their emotions and feelings. And the next day, he apologized. This is what you might have to look forward to outside of the pot. Just my opinion. You might have to look forward to this outside of the pot, right? Him being emotionally upset and then coming back down. Him apologizing. Him being emotionally upset. Him coming back down, right? Hannah tells Hannah, he tells Hannah that he understands that Nick is better for her, just as Brittany is better for him. He made a decision. As a part in which he asked that Hannah tells Brittany that their breakup was mutual. He's, again, manipulation, right? Hey, do me a favor. When you go back to the quarter, tell Brittany that our breakup was mutual so he can look like he's a good guy, that she didn't dump him or he didn't dump. Bro, he's playing games. All right. As he feared with Brittany, as he fears what Brittany would think if she feels like like she's her second choice, right? Hey, by the way, Hannah broke up. I broke up with Leo, and then Leo comes back in. Hey, Brittany, I want to choose you now. She be like, what? Yo, that's his thoughts, right? That's what he's thinking about. Hey, he's playing again. Leo's playing games, right? This is what I like about Hannah, right? Hannah said, I'm not playing that. He said, like, yo, Brittany can make her own decision, so she doesn't intend to tell her anything about their conversation, right? I'm not telling her nothing. This is one thing I like about Hannah. Stick to your guns, boo. Stick to your guns, right? After all up and downs, Nick finally proposes to Hannah, and she accepts, right? She accepts. Nick is so overjoyed that he hardly believed that they're engaged, right? Nick is overcome with emotion. He is overcome with emotion like, hey, bruh, little did he know she just broke up with the dude, Leo, right? Look, hey, she can be Mrs. Darkest. She can be whoever. It is Hey, Nick and Hannah engaged, y'all. Nick and Hannah is engaged. When Brittany and Leo have their final pod date, she reads him a letter she wrote. It was emotional, right? It seemed as if the letter she was reading seemed like she was gonna break up with her. All right, she said she's still hurt. Brittany explains that the way Leo handled things with Hannah changed the way that she saw her own relationship, right? And that's what ended up happening. That's why she's fearful, right? You never been. The letter says this: you have never been anything except completely honest to me about any other connection you have. It would have been easier for you not to tell me that, but right now I feel like our connection has been tainted by your words to someone else. I can see it. You in the pod, but also on the flip side, you have to know that when these people in the pods, they're talking to somebody else that you built a relationship with in the quarters, and somebody else he built a relationship, and he has to make a decision. Like she has to make a decision, and it has to become, it's one of those things. This the game you're in. This is the game that you're in, right? On his side of the pod, Leo looks distraught, and he ended up, and we in the episode before Leo looks distraught, right? Leo's upset, don't know what Leo's gonna do. Leo's like, is she gonna break up with me? Not gonna break up with me? Because potentially Leo could leave with nobody, right? Leo had two, and then when you make both mad, you can leave up with zero. Leo's distraught. He doesn't know what's gonna happen with he doesn't know what's gonna happen to them in the future. Hey, only time will tell, right? Only time will tell with Leo, Hannah, and Brittany, right? Let's move on, man. Let's get away from that train wreck. We see Tim, right? Tim and we got Tim here, and Tim and Alex. And Tim takes a moment, right, to read a letter out loud and note asking Alex's father for a hand in marriage. I thought this was slick, right? This is pretty cool because in the real world, you would go ask the person that you're dating, their father, hey, is it okay I marry your daughter, right? I did it. I went to my wife's father, like, hey, is it okay if I marry? It's the right thing to do. I know people say it's old school and some people don't do it. I did it, right? But I thought this letter that Tim wrote to Alex was great. Then he gets down on one knee and proposes to her. Alex thanks him for the journey they had. It was easy to talk to him. And she says yes, right? He says yes, she says yes, and they're gonna move together. We have another couple, y'all. Let's clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. We got another couple that's moving outside, right? It is great, right? He said, I knew it. I knew you were fine. I knew you were fine. You can see his nervousness, and Alex is worried about, she got this stunning red dress on, boobs hanging out. When they meet up, you kind of figure she kind of pull up a little bit, and he like, she talks with Tim's freckles or Alex's nose ring. They talk about each other's features, and he said, I knew you was fine. I knew you were fine. They kiss each other. She seems a little nervous energy, but I think, I still say this is a little bit of a red flag. In my opinion, I think he's a little bit too aggressive for her. But he's straightforward, so I can't knock it. He's straightforward. And so we got another couple, y'all. Tim and Alex. Hey, we'll see if it works out. We'll see if it works out. We also get another proposal, right? Steven and Monica and she accepts Steven's proposal. Monica says she loves him and that she's been waiting 36 years to find him, right? They reveal the two seem pleasantly surprised that what they look like, right? Steven tells Monica that she's gorgeous, and Monica tells him that his curly hair is perfect. So we got Steven, Monica, Tim, Alex. Proposals are good. Steven also brings one of his worn t-shirts so that Monica can sleep in it, and he feels so close to her, and she feels so close, right? Monica knows that the gesture almost means more to her than the engagement ring itself. Hey, they're together, y'all. Another engagement, Tim, Monica, and it's gonna be Tim and Alex, Steven and Monica, right? Steven and Monica together, so we got a no proposal there. Then Marissa chooses between her two connections, right? Marissa, if you don't know, Marissa had Bohdan and Ramses, all right? And she talks to Ramses, she talked to Bohdan. They talk about literally learning politics. They talk about their political views, and it's challenging who she wants to progress with. But at the end of the day, she chooses Ramses, right? They discuss astrology. They discuss all these things. He's a Cancer. She's a Leo. They consider to be a perfect match. And eventually, Marissa tells Bohdan that she believes her feelings for Ramses are stronger and more romantic. Bohdan said he understands her decision, right? He tells the camera he's happy with the experiment. He's walked away believing that love is 90% blind. Hey, yo, he handled it like a champ, right? He handled it like a champ, and I'm not mad at him. Nobody wants rejection, right? Nobody handles rejection. He only cried when he got in the car. Nobody likes rejection. And Marissa chose Ramsey, is what it is, right? They send, they have their last date. They send a note to each other, letter telling her you are the love that I deserve. And Marissa feels reaffirmed in her choice of a partner, right? She will feel affirmed. And look, and Ramsey said, once I'm locked in, yo. Once I'm in. He reassures it seemed that the two may be yet another couple ahead of engagement. We'll see how it works out with them. Yo, they are. So we have Ramsey and Maurice. We got Tim and Alex. We got Stephen and Monica here. Yo, we on our way, right? We on our way. Episode 4, we're refreshing to see a lot of couples get together. We still got the love triangle, or love. Yeah, it's a love triangle now. Not really a love triangle. Now you just got to figure out what Brittany and Leo's going to do. If Brittany's going to accept Leo's proposal, or if she's going to reject it. How all this is going to shape up and work out. But I'm going to give you that in episode number 5. I'll probably do 5 and 6 together because just run together. But let me know what you thought on episode 4. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. If I miss anything, please let me know. All right. Please let me know. Once again, we thank you for rocking with us. Love is Blind episode 4 review. Your thoughts, your feelings. What couples do you like so far? And who do you think is going to make it? Once again, appreciate you. Peace.